Hi guys, it's Xenia. Welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be my part 2 of my body mist dupes. If you missed part 1, I will link it up in the cards. But if I'm being honest, the dupes that I have in this video are gonna blow your mind. I have really incredible dupes on some really amazing high-end perfumes, a lot of perfumes that are really popular right now. And if you are new to this video concept, basically I take a perfume, like a designer, niche, just any fragrance really, and I dupe it with a body mist that is a fraction of the cost. As we know, body mists are like, well, now they're getting up there because Bath & Body Works and all these stores are just upping their prices. But still, if you catch them on a sale day, which is when I recommend shopping, like if you're gonna shop at these stores, definitely only shop on their sale days. Like if I'm taking this mist right here, it is $18.95. I mean, the smell is great, don't get me wrong, but their body mists at one point were like $12, maybe even cheaper at some point. And sure, I get that they have to increase their prices, but pricing a body mist at $20 is crazy. But still, even if you were to get this full price, it's still a fraction of the cost of some of these designers and niche fragrances that I have to show you in this video, because some of these prices will run you $150 and up. So if you get, what is this piece of hair doing? So I mean, if you could get it for 20 bucks, it's good, but it can be better. So today, some of the brands that I'm duping are YSL, Commodity, an Ariana Grande perfume, a Montale fragrance, a Calvin Klein fragrance, a Burberry fragrance. I have 6 dupes in total to show you today. So without further ado, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and turn your post notifications on, and let's get started. This first dupe is duping one of my favorite fragrances right now. This is a fairly new scent. I'm pretty sure it came out this year, like more so in the beginning of this year. And that perfume is Black Opium Le Parfum by YSL. Now this is the new flanker. I know that there's 1,000,001 flankers to the Black Opium range. Personally, this is my all-time favorite Black Opium, and I kind of regret getting this little 1 fluid ounce bottle because the scent is just so intoxicating. I definitely need to get a full size as soon as I'm done with this. It is so creamy. There's 4 different types of vanillas in here. And if you're wondering about the comparison between this and the original, first of all, I did an entire dedicated review to this where I talked about the notes and we really dive deep into the comparison between this and the original. So if you want to see a little bit more of a detailed explanation on this, then check that video out. I will link it up in the cards. But basically, to kind of summarize, this to me does not smell like the original. I don't want to say at all, because I would say there's like, let's say 5% of the original in here, but other than that, it's entirely a new scent. It's just so sweet, it's deep, it's creamy, it's so sexy, and there's just so much vanilla in here. Think of like Vanilla 28, sort of that realm of fragrances. It's this really deep woody vanilla, and even though it's a lot of vanilla, it doesn't get too gourmand or juvenile or anything like that. It's a really mature, amazing, sexy, kind of mysterious dark vanilla. And the dupe for Le Parfum is Wicked Vanilla Woods. I just recently found out this comparison, which by the way, just recently I did a huge declutter of my entire body care collection because I'm about to be moving here soon. I didn't want to deal with moving a ton of products, and some things just weren't getting used. Everything was on my Mercari. A lot of it sold. I did put up a community tab literally yesterday and so much of it sold. There's still a few items left, so for anyone interested, go check out the link in my description box. I'll have my Mercari as the first link on there. Get whatever is left because things went so fast and they're still going. So if there's anything you want out of what you see there, definitely make sure to take advantage of that. Now I'm just left with my most favorite scents, and it's still a lot, don't get me wrong. My collection is still pretty big even though I got rid of so much. I was holding on to scents just for the sake of making videos, and like, it's not that I didn't like them, because I would never keep scents that I truly just hate, but some things were just kind of like, I like it, sometimes use it, and I also wanted to give you guys variety in videos, so I was just kind of keeping things around. But now I feel like my entire collection is so much more curated. And speaking of that, Wicked Vanilla Woods is a scent that I love so much. I actually let go of one of this scent because I had doubles of it, and I'm trying not to do that unless it's like my top favorites. I still have doubles of, but with this scent, although I love it so much, I feel like I have a lot of scents in this scent profile, but this is a spot on dupe to Black Opium Le Parfum. I put up a little disclaimer in my last body mist dupes video, basically saying that a lot of the dupes in these videos, they may not be 100% spot on. Like the body mist might be a little bit more watered down, or it might be the same vibe, but it may not be like 100% the same. For me, this scent is 99% similar. Now, of course, this is a body mist, but honestly, this has some strength to it. But that musky, deep, mysterious vanilla is also there, just the same as it is in Black Opium Le Parfum. The notes in here are magical vanilla, glowing amberwood, and enchanted pink pepper. Pair these two up together if you have them in your collections, and you will get the most amazing, enchanting fall combination, especially for the fall time. This is an intoxicating combo. I just realized my lip gloss is over here, which let's do a little intermission lip gloss of the day. I don't know if you can really see it on camera, but it's this Sephora gloss. It's in the shade Wild, number 10 Wild, and it's like this holographic iridescent gloss. It's clear for the most part, but then it has a bunch of these pink and blue glitters all throughout it, and especially in person you can see all that glitter, and it's really pretty. So yeah, unrelated to this video, but thought I'd share. Okay, next up I have Fall in Bloom. So this is a new fall scent that just came out this fall season. I thought this was gonna be entirely different to what it is. I did not think that this would be a dupe for this certain perfume that is very popular right now, but it totally is. So when I heard the name Fall in Bloom, I figured it was just gonna be like a very fall appropriate scent, maybe some spice in it, maybe pumpkin, you know, that type of vibe, as Bath & Body Works does a lot of that, but it's not. This one is another like 99% similar dupe, and it is a total dupe for Burberry Her, which is one of the most, I would say, like famous perfumes over on TikTok, on YouTube. It's everywhere right now. This scent is that scent to a T, like spot on. It also has a lot of strength to it. It literally performs and smells like a perfume. I actually decluttered my Burberry Her out of my collection because another reason why Burberry Her is so hyped up right now is because it's supposed to be kind of a dupe for Baccarat Rouge. It's the same kind of vibe, but also very different because it has a berry note in it, like this very distinct strawberry note, which is so pretty, and it honestly kind of makes it more feminine than Baccarat Rouge, which is unisex for the most part. But that strawberry note just gives Burberry Her so much character, and it's so beautiful. It makes it so girly and almost like pink smelling. And I only decluttered it because I was finding that I was getting so much use of my Baccarat Rouge, and as far as that scent profile, that was the only scent I was leaning on. So I was just not really getting much use out of Burberry Her, and I didn't want that scent to just be collecting dust, so I did put that on my Mercari. It got sold, so one of you guys is enjoying that scent. Although I don't want that perfume because it is more on the expensive side, I love the fact that I have a version of it in my collection now, so if I'm ever missing that type of scent, I can always get it now. If you're looking for a dupe to Burberry Her, this is it. When I say 99% similar, it is like the same exact scent. You could blindfold me and I could not pick out the difference. I'm gonna turn on the light in here because it's getting a little gloomy out there. I turned on the light, but that literally made no difference. I'm gonna take a little sip of my coffee. How cute is this cup? It says Aries on it. Moving on, this is duping one of my personal favorite perfumes. Now, this perfume is not an expensive, like super expensive perfume to begin with. Like, you could probably find this in discount stores or discount fragrance websites for, I don't know, maybe like 50 bucks, 60 bucks. Definitely under 100 because it has been out for a minute now, but it's still one of my all-time favorite scents, and that scent is Euphoria by Calvin Klein. It's like this deep purple juice. I'm really into unisex scents. Like, I love feminine perfumes that have that hint of masculinity in them because I feel like I am kind of like that. I'm very feminine in the way that I dress and my makeup and everything, but I feel like I have a very big masculine energy to me. Maybe it's the Aries in me. I have a very like hot temper. I don't know how to explain it, but maybe that's why I love more, I don't want to say complete masculine perfumes because I love me a nice girly girl scent, but I'm into those masculine perfumes. Like, I find myself wanting to wear a lot of my husband's colognes. I think they smell amazing. Not just like how good they smell on him, but like I'm like, I want to wear them. And Euphoria is kind of like that type of scent. It's this deep pomegranate scent, which pomegranate is one of my top 10 favorite notes in fragrances. I just find it so sexy. It has that bright sweetness to it, but it's unlike most fruits where it gives fragrances this deepness. It makes them more like on the darker side. And Euphoria is that kind of scent for me. It is so sexy and it just has this hint of masculinity to it that I find honestly like irresistible and intoxicating. And recently I put these two together as kind of like a combo, and I didn't even do this on purpose, but I kept smelling them put together. I thought that they would make a great combo because the notes in them both are pretty similar for the most part. But when I put them together, I'm like, whoa, they smell very, very similar. And that is Dream Bright. So Dream Bright has notes of sapphire berries, night blooming orchid, and crystallized vanilla. Calvin Klein's Euphoria also has orchid in it. It has pomegranate in it, which Dream Bright has sapphire berries. Euphoria doesn't have an actual vanilla note, but I swear I smell some hints of vanilla in here. It definitely has sweetness to it. And that's probably because it has this whipped cream and amber in the base. So I feel like that mixed with the pomegranate just adds a lot of sweetness and creaminess to this scent. It's definitely a little bit more watered down. It's not as intense as Euphoria. This is a very, very powerful scent. Like, I feel like this is bringing the intensity of like Angel by Thierry Mugler, which is a very, very powerful scent. I would put this in the same category, like intensity wise, not really scent wise. So I feel like it's very, very hard for a body mist especially to live up to that level. So this definitely doesn't have the intensity, but the scent of them is very, very, very similar. This next dupe I think you guys are gonna really love, because this perfume right now is super, super hot and it's like trending, and I've been seeing so many people on fragrance TikTok and just everywhere talking about this perfume. And at this point I'm like, I probably need a full size of it because I really, really love it. But I actually have a little Scentbird sample that they sent me a little while back. I've used up a decent amount of it, especially lately, and especially now that it's the fall time, even though, let's be real, in Florida we don't really get much of fall. But in the past few days it's actually been like raining and it's been very gloomy, and I've been loving this scent. And I'm actually going to be receiving this fragrance in a bigger size, I believe, in a future collab that I'm going to be doing, so stay tuned for that. But this scent is Commodity Milk. So this has been super, super popular lately, I feel like, and so many people have been talking about it. This scent is amazing. The scent notes in it are even more intoxicating. This starts off with a milk note, so you already know it's gonna have a lot of creaminess to it. It's very obviously lactonic. Then you get marshmallow in the middle notes, accompanied by some musk, and then with base notes of mahogany and tonka bean. So it's just all around a very creamy, marshmallowy, sort of very, very sweet scent. But because of that musk and because of that mahogany, it has this deepness, this woodiness, and almost a little bit of a masculine sort of cologne vibe to it. And it is a unisex fragrance, so yeah, it definitely has those elements of both, and I love it. It's perfect for the fall and winter time because it's just a really, really cozy scent. It makes you feel so warm and cozy. This explanation might probably be really weird, but I associate scents with like movies and vibes and weather, and this scent reminds me of Twilight. Twilight is one of my like comfort movies. I've seen Twilight probably a million times, and I'm not even exaggerating, but I put it on anytime I'm feeling down, or if it's a rainy day and I want to feel cozy, or I'm doing chores and I just want something cozy in the background, I literally will play Twilight. This scent reminds me of the whole vibe of Twilight. And obviously if you watch Twilight, which I'm sure the majority of you have, because who hasn't, Twilight has this very rainy, gloomy, sort of cozy vibe to it, and that's what Milk Commodity reminds me of. The dupe for Commodity's Milk is Sweet Whiskey. Sweet Whiskey is again another one where it's identical, to me at least, because the same way this one has that musky, woody, sort of masculine vibe intertwined with that really, really sweet lactonic scent that this has. This one is kind of the same way because this is called Sweet Whiskey. So it again has that sweet factor while also having this masculine vibe to it. And it actually has a vanilla infused whiskey in here, and also golden amber and sweet red berries. These two scents are so, so similar together. I am so excited. I need to get a big bottle of Commodity Milk because this combo is so amazing, and especially for the fall and winter upcoming, I'm gonna be wearing these all the time. We're getting down to the last two fragrances. This next perfume that I'm duping, I actually have the perfume dupe, and I'm duping the dupe. Oh my god, I don't even know what I'm saying. I have this fragrance, which is by Zara, and it is called Rose Gourmand, and already this is a dupe for Intense Cafe by Montale. And I am duping Intense Cafe, but I don't have Intense Cafe. I have Rose Gourmand by Zara, which is a dupe of Intense Cafe, and I hope that made sense. And that dupe is Whipped Rose Latte by Bath & Body Works. Now, this is one of those scents where I'm gonna tell you to take this with a grain of salt, because this isn't like 100% there. Scent-wise, I would say it's 80% similar. It's definitely the same vibe. It definitely has the same type of scent to it, but this mist is way lighter. It's nowhere near to the intensity of this and Intense Cafe. Rose Gourmand is literally a spot-on dupe to Intense Cafe, because I have smelled Intense Cafe and I didn't really want to pay the price, and I found out that Rose Gourmand was a dupe of that fragrance. If you want a spot-on dupe, like fragrance-wise, intensity-wise, long-lasting, and all of that, then just get Rose Gourmand by Zara. This is already really inexpensive. I think it's like around $30. But in case you want the same type of scent, you want it to be less intense, because I know Intense Cafe, I mean, it's literally called Intense Cafe. It is very strong and not for the faint of heart. If you are somebody that doesn't really like strong fragrances, you're probably not gonna like that, because it's one of those scents that you can constantly smell all day long. It's always going to be kind of wafting around. And I find that with those stronger scents, over time, because you're like just smelling the same scent all day, it can kind of tend to give you a headache. So for those of you that like the scent maybe, but you're just like, it's too strong for me, then Whipped Rose Latte is the perfect, I would say, substitute, because I can't call these 100% dupes, but it's a perfect substitute for that. Because much like the sweetness and the latte version of Intense Cafe, this one has that also. Intense Cafe has this coffee rosy scent to it, and Whipped Rose Latte obviously also has that, because it's literally in the name. The notes in here are crushed rose petals, cocoa flour, and whipped foam. So it literally smells like a whipped rose latte. It has this coffee scent to it, while also having a really pretty rosy vibe about it as well. And when I say rose, it's not that really mature rose. It's more so almost like rose water. This is a really great combo, but honestly, this scent is so strong you don't even need to layer it with anything. Take it with a grain of salt. It's more so of a substitute than it is really like a complete dupe. And then this last scent is totally, I did not think about these two scents being the same at all until I was actually on Fragrantica and I was looking up Thank You Next. And when I scrolled down to the This Fragrance Reminds Me of section, I saw this body mist from Sol de Janeiro, and I'm like, what? And I have this body mist in my collection, and I never thought that they were dupes until I smelled them after seeing that, and I'm like, these are dupes. They smell so alike. And considering the names of both of them, they're very different, and even notes wise they're very different, but they smell very similar. And that body mist is Bikini Season. Even though Thank You Next by Ariana Grande is already a more inexpensive scent, but I just wanted to include this dupe in this video because it's so crazy to me that these two are even dupes. I'm pretty sure this was limited edition, so I'm sorry for anyone that didn't get their hands on this when it was out, but you can find it on like eBay and Mercari. There's a lot of people selling this on there. It's just like a very tropical smelling fragrance. It has this very strong guava scent to it, and it's also very coconutty. It doesn't say that it has coconut in the notes. It only says sunlit orchid and guava nectar, at least in the front. I haven't seen the actual full rundown of these notes, but for anyone that felt like they missed out on Bikini Season and you want the same scent, it is literally Thank You Next. It has that exact same really bright fruity opening. This one has raspberry to start off with. It has macaroon. It also has coconut. It's a very sweet scent, and it also has this tropical vibe to it. So they are very similar. I'm just including this dupe because I know these Sol de Janeiro mists, like especially the limited edition ones, are very sought after, and if you missed out on this and you, I don't know, wanted this type of scent, you can get it by getting Thank You Next, which I feel like it's a little bit easier to find, especially now because it's still being sold, and you can find it on a lot of discount websites and discount stores for literally like 30 bucks instead of having to seek this scent out. That is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed all of these dupes. I'm gonna try to keep these videos coming, but I don't shop at Bath & Body Works all that much, but let me know if you guys have any other dupes that I haven't included in these videos recently, or my other dupes videos that I've done in the past. And I would definitely love to make another one of these dupes videos in the future. But that is it for me today. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!